of the High Banks Network. We see the cars, guys, have formed up on the raceway, and we're getting ready to do some racing here, gentlemen.
The top 10 tonight, sponsored by Roxy's. Come out and see who's on our polls at Roxy's. And mention High Banks, and you'll get a deal on 50-cent wings. And mention Kate's name, and you get to go on the VIP tour with a couple lovely ladies in the back room. The poll tonight in the race is Guantanamo Bay, followed by the Nicolator. NBR Racing and Orbit's Jupiter round out the second row. In the third row, Mike Costello and Bob Nova. Number 7 is Slugnificent, and 8 is AJ, or is it? 9, Rocky, and rounding out the top 10, just simply Dewey.
I like
your
that.
top 10.
Dewey,
Sponsored by Roxy's. Dewey.
Racing from Daytona once again. It's the Just Two Idiots Cup Series. Thank you, everybody, for joining us tonight. Let's go trucking. Guantanamo Bay leading. That is Tyndall. Guys, we saw him fast last Monday. Do not count out that Goodwrench Wheaties number 28 machine. And again, at the conclusion of lap number 20, there will be a competition yellow. Nicolator has taken the lead with a left-hand pass on Guantanamo Bay. Move Nicolator up to the point. As we
looking at AJ, or is it here, Trevor? You know, we've talked about him. He's looking for a girlfriend, and we gave him some really good advice down in the pits the other week that, you know, you need to lead, win one of these babies. The girls will come flocking to you, and he's in dead last right now, Trevor.
Oh,
he
no.
Did not take that lesson to heart, I don't believe.
That's trouble.
What do we got, Tim?
That's trouble. Orbit's just locked him up going into the chicane and hit NB Racing.
Uh-oh.
So it's going to be a time penalty there.
Oh, yeah, we do see.
It's kind of the old Jordan Beck line there, Trevor.
What's that? What's the Jordan Beck line?
Right over the speed bump and just kind of cut the front and the back off of that corner.
Go through the running order real quick. Guantanamo Bay. Tyndall, he has led this entire race. He was fast in the ARCA car here for both heat races last Monday. We knew he was somebody that would be fast here tonight, and he is proving it. Guantanamo Bay is your leader. We go back to second. It's Nicolator, the second NB Racing entry. Teammates with, well, NB Racing right behind him. Nick Trollman and Nick Beaver are those drivers. A couple laps ago, he was 2.5 seconds behind the leader. He's got it down to 2 seconds now. As we see a car spun on the infield, did anybody? That's Bananarama's. The 187 has spun his car into the grass, and he's going to politely wait for everybody to go by.
That and Orbit's Jupiter, he may have fallen asleep at the wheel here, Trevor. He's looks like he's bringing it into the pits.
Oh, my. And if you look, he's got yellow flag painted on the side of his car, purple car. I'm not sure who that is on the front, but whoever it is, it's probably a proponent of smoking weed.
That's a guy, Paul Blart.
It's on the back.
Well, the guy on the back's the same guy on the front. And, you know, for a guy that's stoned out of his mind, he's running in the top 7. I mean, he's really doing a pretty good job. We got a car spun, and that's Bananarama's again spinning into the grass. So Bananarama is having a hard time. Guys, we have a really, really good battle shaping up here for the lead. We mentioned Nicolator has taken over the lead from Guantanamo Bay. But NB Racing, here he comes. He has closed this gap.
He's ready to go to the front, Trevor.
Yeah, he's been really patient, a lot more patient than we've seen him be in the past. And he is battling his teammate right now for second. Guantanamo Bay leads it once again. He and Nicolator have traded the lead several times.
I think he's got position on him here coming out of this hairpin. I think he's going to make it work.
Yep.
Great race for the lead here. Well, and he is, as we speak, he's off the track. And going to give up quite a bit of time here. Rocky in the 22 is now. Again, now he's spun. Rocky has spun. Slugnificent is spinning around as well.
Looks his way into sixth position now.
Mike Costello involved in that as well. He gets around cleanly. But a problem there for the 22 machine. He's back onto the track. second in the individual point standings. He's from Richmond, Virginia. We mentioned this last week as well, guys. A professionally trained classical singer.
Racing's in the pits.
Wow, that is a surprise. Now, strategy here would be you pit before the competition caution, and then
It's 7 laps, though.
But you go to the front then
When
if everybody pits during the competition caution. I'm not sure what's going on here with the 10. If we had Ahmed, our pit reporter tonight, we would go down and he would tell us nothing about what's going on.
So I think there is some definite tire fall off here, and it may just be getting where the car doesn't feel like it's handling real well, and they want to come in and make sure they don't find the wall.
We'll look from behind Bob Nova. And there's a look at the two drivers. We see Mike get really loose back there, giving up some time. And maybe that's it, guys. Well, here we see Bob Nova going around.
Oh, there he goes.
Bob Nova goes around. The 71 misses him. You can give Mike Costello that position. And that is why these guys are pitting. Yes, we see the leader now, Guantanamo Bay, going to give up. Well, we'll see if he gives up the lead. He's 20 seconds ahead of NB Racing. If not dominant, is 6 seconds ahead of everybody else. You're doing pretty good. Move him up to third spot. We saw Mike pass several cars that had spun about a lap and a half ago. Mike Costello, 25 seconds behind the leader. The pit strategy did not work out for him. Bananarama.
That will not be his last time off the track tonight. I'm going to go ahead and call that.
Bananarama has done it again in the 187. Now that front end of that car is crinkled. And I'm having a hard time even seeing the sponsorship now. I think it's a coffee. We've got an intoxicated field tonight. We look at his front windshield, and on the top it says might be drunk. So we have a stone driver and a drunk driver. Oh, and he's hitting a cone.
He
has
skipped the short route through there.
He has skipped the bus stop. Give the network a sub. Consider using your Twitch Prime sub on High Banks Network. It helps us keep the network on the air and keep this thing going. So if you like what you hear, give us a sub. If you don't like what you hear, out of the goodness of your heart, give us a sub. Just as we went to break, the competition caution did fly. On lap number 22 of 40, we are under caution. Nicolator leading NB Racing past the halfway point. The pace car is off, guys, but we have work still at hand here from Daytona. The final restart of the night. 25 laps in the book, 15 to go, and Nicolator out to a slim margin over his teammate NB Racing, the two Fastenal machines, as they go around the first left-hander.
Guantanamo Bay makes a nice move. He's up to fifth already.
Yeah, we want to watch the progress here of the number 28 Wheaties. He led, like Tim said, a good portion of this race and is looking to make his way up from that sixth restart spot up to fifth now. Hey, we got a battle for the lead here. NB Racing.
Yes, we do.
On the high side here on the super speedway portion, these two cars are teammates. They are side by side for the lead. It's Nicolator and NB Racing. And guys, you wonder, has that 10 car, I mean, he has had, some things not go his way tonight with lapped cars, and he had to spin, but you wonder if he hasn't just been biding his time for this moment right here. He's going to clear the 5. NB Racing, the undefeated driver on High Banks Network, takes the lead over his teammates. And gentlemen, is that all she wrote, or is the 5 going to have something for him here down the stretch? Look who has made his way up to third, gentlemen.
Yeah, Guantanamo Bay making his presence felt. I imagine he's going to put a little pressure on these guys.
Guys, he might be the fastest car out here tonight. When the pit stop shook out, he found himself way behind the leaders. He's not going to have that problem now as he gets by the number 5 of Nicolator. An easy pass there for the 28. Move him up to second. Guantanamo Bay, guys, is on the move. Nicolator tonight, he does have a series win. And guys, another thing, and maybe this is why he's getting so much grief from the chat room. He smells really bad, is what I understand.
NB Racing opened the door. Guantanamo Bay walks through it. New leader.
Guantanamo Bay takes that lead.
Maybe the team didn't get it set up quite right, but we've seen some uncharacteristic mistakes from what we're used to seeing from NB Racing.
You know, I hate to be a conspiracy theorist, but I think somebody unloaded that back in, like Kate said, took the sandbags out and took the hitch off and really lightened it up because he's spinning all over the place.
This could be a good race with him and Slugnificent back there as they come out of the chicanes.
Yeah, he's half a second behind the purple car there in front of him. As we see from high above in the newly remodeled Cade Guile blimp.
Tim likes that sort of thing.
Slugnificent off the track there, and
yeah,
Bob Nova makes the
there he
pass.
went.
Well, 7th place. He's got a better shot than he did earlier on. So keep up the good work, AJ. You two can be a winner.
Our Tups
Probably
in
not
the
tonight.
our Tups in the 69 running in 8th, and Mike Costello rounds out the number of drivers that are on the lead lap. He is running 9th in the 71 car. And that is it, guys. 9 cars on the lead lap. Well, what can you tell me about the race? What are your takeaways so far, Ahmed?
Well, unlike many of the races that I go to, these cars, these trucks, I should say, they turn both left and right, and they're having troubles getting out of the corners. But this is a very good race, very fun.
Was Monday night.
Whoa, my goodness, guys!
NB
as we talk,
Racing,
that
way
may
loose.
that may be the death nail.
I
NB
think it
Racing got
was.
really loose. He is pulling it into the pits, guys. NB Racing giving up second and giving up this race.
Do you think the Nicolator has any chance at all catching Guantanamo by?
Well,
No.
Guantanamo has stretched it
Bye-bye.
out to a second in just one lap. I think it is over. I think Captain CK is a true prophet on the chat machine. Wow, Cyclone 101 says NBR choked. My goodness. Tough tonight, guys.
Friendly fire
Tough
here.
crowd.
Running 5th is the 22 of Rocky. Guys, we haven't talked a whole lot about Rocky tonight in that red, white, and blue car, but a quiet top 5 here for Rocky as Water Cooler Dale spins in front of him. That's the 88 machine, 2 laps down. A perfect 360, takes out a cone and continues on. Nicely done.
That's skill.
That's if you're gonna spin, make it a 360.
Now, we've never seen Guantanamo Bay win, so we don't know what he does. But Cyclone 1001 says he waterboards himself with podium champagne.
Oh my gosh, with the podium champagne. Well,
That's not a bad idea, really.
sounds pretty good right now.
Hell, maybe he'll do it to me too. That sounds fun.
That'll do it. Guantanamo Bay, gentlemen, is going by the fans on the front stretch for the final time. He has come out of the bus stop, and he has taken the checkered flag. Guantanamo Bay wins over Nicolator by 7 seconds. We will watch the number 5 complete his lap. There it is right there. He takes the checkered, and now NB Racing in the number 10 going to not win for the first time since High Banks have been covering it. Still a good finish for NB Racing. He's going to finish 3rd.
I was
Bob
beginning
Nova.
to think that wasn't even possible, Trevor.
I know. Well, you guys were really cheering against him last week. Bob Nova there finishes in 4th, and rounding out the top 5 is the 22 car, the red, white, and blue machine. Rocky finishes it out. Guys, Slugnificent going to hold on for 6th spot in the 014. He restarted 3rd, and he's going to complete his final lap, finish 6th. AJ or not, the 45 machine has spun. I was just about to say he's going to finish 7th, but that 45 Fastenal machine not quite done yet. So as he's finishing out his lap. Oh my goodness, Guantanamo, for the 2nd week in a row, the leader has been taken out. No doubt it's by the pothead. The 014 of Slugnificent has made a terrible mistake. And
no question.
Oh my goodness, 2 weeks in a row. 2 weeks in a row. Leaders really pay for winning in this series. Then we see, boy, but just the whole league doing burnouts now, stealing Guantanamo
Everybody's
Bay's
a
thunder.
winner, Trevor.
Oh my goodness.
That's the least amount of smoke coming out of Slugnificent all night, Trevor.
Yeah. We have seen a lot more smoke coming out of that 014 during the race. That wraps things up here from Daytona.